Hey guys, so I'm gonna record one more video for you in case you guys actually do something. Cause I mean, I really don't think you will, but who knows? I mean, it's been 23 years and you just keep lying. I can remember more parts of the story, and I mean, it's ridiculous. You're never supposed to hypnotize a man. It goes towards in his mind to try to murder him. You're not supposed to do it. It doesn't matter what you do. It's a crime. It's a crime to do that. Kyle Whaley, Dottie, you, you need to arrest your husband. But you won't. You're just going to keep the game going. You think it ends, but I'm crying out like Paul Revere did, and I'm saying the redcoats are coming, but this is from the Lord God. If you don't answer the call, the Lord God does not want you. He doesn't. He doesn't. If you can't do what's right and obey the Ten Commandments, the Lord God just doesn't want you. Anyway, I'm going to stop and restart, and I'm going to show you how to decode the walls. Okay, so whoever goes into cell 5-6, there's a message on the wall. There's a key A for what's in one room. Key B is for what's outside by where the TV is. There's a TV out there you can get to watch. It's really there. You gotta find it. It's a hidden TV. It's really there. You gotta find it. But you like it. It's a good TV. You can watch it all day. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how to get the code because this is decimal. This is hexadecimal. Now, hexadecimal is 0 through 15, and here this is hexadecimal. 0 through 9 is the decimal numbers. Then 10 equals A, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15. It's base 16. 0 through 15 is 16 numbers. It's the same as base 10, 0 through 9. When you increment it, it's 10, then 10 through 19, then 20. It's like that. I'm going to stop and restart. Now, while I say that, I'm going to also mention binary. Binary is 0 and 1. It's it's two numbers, 0 and 1, then it increments. And it carries over to the left. It's 0, 1, then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. It just keeps going like that. It's two numbers, so it's base 2. Base 2, 0, and 1 is only two numbers, so it's base 2. I'm gonna stop and restart, and I'm going to get into the math of this. It actually it's really easy once you learn how to do it. I mean, I went to school for this. Anybody who went to electronics and did digital, you learned how to do this. You had to, if you graduated, you had to. Anybody who went to college knows how to do it. It was in electronics. I'll stop and restart. Now what you'll see is there's two different keys. Like this is not the same kind of key that's in that in any of those. It's completely different. I just made this one for what I'm doing here. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to decode it. So the message is right here. It's in hexadecimal. It's broken up in pieces. If you see something like I have an FF here, you don't see you won't see an FF down here. It's a space. If it's like a number like a BB and it doesn't show up down here after you decode it, if it doesn't show up in here, that means it's a space. So just put a space in that spot and go to the next one. That's just how I did it. It makes it easy. You have to put a space in there to break up the letters. And that's what I did. I'm going to stop and restart so I can keep going. Remember, that's very important to remember. Also, 0 through 15 is important to remember for this part. What we're going to do, I'm going to stop and restart. What we're going to do is figure out the first one for each of these. After you get the first one, and Carlton Brown from Alcatel kind of said this to me years ago, so I know what's going on. You guys just keep acting like I don't. I mean, I saw a big piece of the puzzle tonight, and I feel so bad for that lady. I know exactly what's going on in her head right now. Anyway, 224 through 229, it's a series. 24 through 29, 224 through 229. So you know once you get this one, you just keep adding down till you get to F, and you go to this one. So all we need to do is figure out the first one of each, and then we can add the numbers in here, and you have your key code. So I'm gonna stop and restart, and what we're gonna do is figure out the A, G, the M, and the S, and then we're done. I'm gonna stop and restart. Well, at least we're done with that part. I'm gonna stop and restart and start going. Okay, here we go. So the first one is 224. So two, so basically what we had, and I'm going to add some space, so it's going to go up and down like this. 224 is right here. So we'll say 224 minus 128 because 128 goes into 224. It equals 96. So what we do is we put a 1 here. Now 96, 64 does go into 96. We know that, so we're going to put a 1 there, and I'm going to come down here. I'm going to say 96 minus 64. equals, come on, equals, is 32. I'm going to stop and restart. Now I'm trying to do this as fast, but I don't want to make a 40-minute video, so I'm going to stop and restart. Okay, here we go again. So 96 minus 64 is 32, so there are 1 here. Now, it's always going to end up as a 0. If you have a remainder or a minus, a negative number, you've done something wrong. It always ends up as a 0. Uh, so that what we have here is that. That means this is a 0, 0, 0, 0, and a 0. It could always go down to 1 minus 1. So remember, it could always go to the end. I mean, it always does go to the end, but this is just zeros. But you could have a 1 down here. I'm going to stop and restart, and I'm going to show you what this actually represents in hexadecimal. Right now it's binary. We did decimal conversion to binary. Now we're going to go to hexadecimal. Now, conversion to hexadecimal is 4 bits is equal to 1 number in hexadecimal. One hexadecimal number is over 15. And the reason is it's 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. So 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 15, is 0 through 15. So if it's all ones in here, it's a F, it's 15. Right now we have a 1, 1, 1, 0. And then these other numbers are all zeros, like that. So I'm going to stop and restart, and I'm going to show you how to get the number. Well, this one we're kind of adding, kind of like we did here. It's the same thing. So here we did subtraction, but now we're adding. So it's 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus, I'm not a good typer, is 14. The other 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. So 14 is, if you look here, E. So it's A is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's E. So it's E0. So what we have down here is 224 is equal to E0. That's the first one. Now we're going to do G. We're going to do G next. G is 60. I'm going to stop and restart so I don't mess up. And I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do 60, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to do 60. 60. So we come up here, and it's basically the same thing, except this one's a little bit different because the numbers, it's a lower number. So I'm just going to delete these. Delete that. And then we're going to start with 60. So 60, and we delete this. That. So 128 does not go into 60. 64 does not go into 60. That's where you can mess up. 32 does go into 60. 32 does go into 60. So it's 60 minus 32 equals 28. I'm going to stop and restart. Okay, here we go. Just remember, if you wind up with a negative number or a remainder, something's wrong. Something's wrong. So we have 28. So 16 goes into 28. So we put a 1 here, like that. And we do 28 minus 16 equals 12. 12. So we'll go up here. We say 8 goes into 12. So it's 12 minus 8 equals 4. 4 goes into 4 one time, and it's over. Basically, 4 minus 4 equals 0. So we go up here. We know this is a 0 and a 0, like that. So I'm going to stop, restart. Almost ran over. Okay, so there you go. So we have the remainder is 0. That's it. That's perfect. So remember, we take the 4 numbers, so it's 0, 0, 1, 1. And this is actually an easier one to do. So 0, 0, 1, 1. And then the other one is over here, it's 1, 1, 0, 0. So 0, 0, 1, 1 is the first, is this one. Then 1, 1, 0, 0 is this one. And this is 2 plus 1 is a 3. So we know this is a 3. And this is 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 4, because there's 1 and a 1, so it's one. It's those two. Those two don't count. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 is C. So it's 3C. I have the chart down here. C. We'll stop and restart. Okay, so it's 3C. That's where we left off, 3C. So that's 60. 60 is equal to 3C. 60 is equal to 3C. So come down here, make some room. I'll put a 3C right here. Now I'm gonna do the next two by myself without you guys, because I don't want the video to take too long. I mean that's a, you can always rewind and watch it again. Stop. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna come back. Okay, I'm back. So I figured it all out. It's E0 3C, M is 1F, S is B3. Now here's the easy part. These are 224, 225, 226, 227, 228, 229. So it just adds by one as it goes down. It adds by one. So E0, this will be E1, um, E2. All I want to do is make sure you see it. 3, E4, E4, E5, like that. This is going to be 3C, so it's going to be 3D. I gotta watch the time. Oh, I'll warm this up. Okay, here we go again. Here we go again. I mean, notice I'll get rid of the spaces in a minute. It's 3D. It's 3E. This is where it gets tricky. Just remember, I said we're using base 15, so F is the highest number. So we increment one, and when you increment to the left. So it's 4 0, and then it goes to 4 1. And we'll go back up to 4F again, and then we'll go to 5 0. But 4 1 is as high as we go for this one. So I'll delete some of these and clean it up some. I'm just showing you how to do this because it makes it, all you have to do is get the first one, and then you have the rest of them. Anyway, like I said, anybody who took electronics math knows how to do this. I'm not a genius. It's just I went to school for it, and I like doing it. It's fun. I'm going to stop and restart.